Shalom, my friends. Good Shabbos as we start Parsha Shoftim 5782. As we get ready for the Shabbos Kodesh, last night at our Daf Yomi, we came across, not at our Daf Yomi, but at our Mishmar, our Thursday night Mishmar, as we were studying Tainus Zayin Amid Aleph, we were studying Tainus 7a, we came across a incident, a teaching in the Talmud, where they cited a verse from our Parsha. So I want to refer to that and give everyone a bracha for Shabbos. So the Gemara says, Amalei Rabbi Yirmiyah or Rabbi Zera. Rabbi Yirmiyah turns to Rabbi Zera and he says, Leisi Marwisni, come and teach us something, halachic. So Amalei, Rabbi Zera says, Chalashli bi v'lo yachilna. I don't feel comfortable, I'm too weak, I'm unable to do it. So he says, Leimamar milso diagadata. So Rabbi Yirmiyah says to Rabbi Zera, teach us something homiletic. So Rabbi Zera says, Amrei, Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan. He says, this is what Rabbi Yochanan said. My dachsiv, what did we do with the pasuk? Ki ha'adam eitz hasadeh. For is man a tree of the field? You're not allowed to cut down a fruit-bearing tree, says the pasuk, because is man a tree of the field that you can cut it down? But man is not a tree of the field, and so therefore, how can you cut down a tree? A tree can't run away, but if it's not a fruit-bearing tree, you can cut it down. So the question is, says Rabbi Zera, Mishum dachsiv kimimenu tochel v'oto techras. What is that idea that is man a tree of the field? What does that have to do with the concept that it's a fruit-bearing tree? If a tree can't run away, it has nothing to do with the fact that it's a fruit-bearing tree. You shouldn't be able to cut down either of the trees, whether it's fruit-bearing or it's not fruit-bearing. So therefore, why does the verse say, Oto tashchit v'karatza, that if it's a fruit-bearing tree, if it's a non-fruit-bearing tree, you could cut it down. So therefore, the rabbis interpret this verse to be homiletical. Yes, it doesn't, the literal explanation is still there, but homiletically it means, Im Talmud Chacham Hagunhu, if the Torah scholar is a fine person, if they have good attributes, if they're a good person, and they're a great scholar, then Mimenu Tochel, then you should eat from him, study from this person, V'lo Techros, and don't cut him down. V'imlav, but if the Torah scholar is not a fine character, Oto Tashlis V'charata, destroy it and cut it down, meaning to say, it doesn't matter how great the scholarship is, only study from a Torah scholar who is hagun. Only eat the fruits of a Torah scholar who is filled with beautiful attributes, who's a nice person, a sensitive person, a kind person, a caring person. That's the only person you should be studying from. And that's what we learn from the verse. Don't cut down a fruit-bearing tree, meaning to say only go and study with a person who is a sensitive soul. Good Shabbos.